Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Silvia's Kitchen. Ultimately, this is going to be a weekly show concentrating mostly on German baking as well as some cooking, hence the German outfit, which is called a dirndl with the proper blouse and apron. All right, today we're going to do something very easy, however. We're going to start with something that is actually not German and is not baking, but it is very easy and should be possible for all of you to make very easily at home. It is a Greek salad. And actually Greek salad is also very popular in Germany, especially in the summer and especially since Germans travel all the time. And Greece is a preferred country. So we're going to start with some tomatoes. These have already been washed. So we're just gonna slice them. And since they're pretty big and I like stuff in smaller pieces, I will actually cut them again. So all is needed for this are tomatoes, depending on how much salad you want to do. You can just start with 2 like I am today, 2 big tomatoes. And I use English cucumber, which I think for this dish is suited the best. We're gonna take the green stuff out of the tomato and then slice it. And again, I like smaller pieces, so I try and slice it kind of thin because the dressing will go in there better. And then I cut it into smaller pieces. So you see pretty quickly we have quite a bit of stuff already ready. There you go. And we're basically just gonna throw this here in a nice bowl. Alrighty. And the next thing, and again, I like my pieces smaller, so I use a peeled English cucumber. You can just make regular slices. Again, I like it a little smaller, so I basically cut it in half and then just cut it again. And that's it. Other piece as well. This is probably a good portion, I want to say, as a side salad, maybe for 2 people. Otherwise, probably even for 4. If this is like a main dish, I think it'll feed 2 people as well. So we just have the cucumber. The next thing that I'm gonna put in is Kalamata olives. I've already drained these over here, and I like to be generous. So let's make sure this is nice and dripped off. And it wasn't quite a whole jar, and you can do however much you actually like. And then we'll need a good feta cheese. Don't use the crumbled though, because that's not what the Greeks really use. And again, let it drip off. I use the slices and cut it in nice size cubes because you really want to taste that feta cheese. It's already falling apart a little bit. And also it looks much nicer when you put it in cubes. And also a very common misconception is that there is lettuce. No, 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 no. No lettuce in a real Greek salad. You ever have the pleasure of traveling to the Greek islands, you will see that there's absolutely no lettuce. It's just cucumber, tomato, Kalamata olives, and feta cheese. And also a lot of times, and I like to do this very special, I cut some slices of onion. If you don't like onion, you don't have to, but it really complements the salad just so well. Raw onion, you slice it in thin slices, and then you take the rings apart. so that you have really nice raw onion rings. It looks very pleasant in your presentation also. And again, I should probably use one of these here. And put some more onion in there. And I like onion, so I use quite a bit, I have to say. Just toss it in there. Alrighty. This is actually a pretty good portion right there. And tear those onions to pieces. And to your liking, you can put more or less onion, more or less feta cheese. This, I think, is very good, you know, ratio, onion, etc. And then as for the dressing, very, very easy. We're going to start with an olive oil. I actually happen to have a Greek olive oil that I bought at a Greek fair. Oops, and this is empty. So you use olive oil. And then you can use one of two. You can use a very simple white vinegar, or you can use a balsamic vinegar. For today, I think I'm gonna do a little of each. A little of this. Of course, the balsamic vinegar is gonna give you a nice little flavor. Add a touch of this. Then we're gonna add some salt. And I like to add some black pepper. And we'll add just a little bit of water. And stir it really well. And then basically you just have a little vinaigrette. And one of the important things is don't put the dressing over too early, maybe just like maximum half an hour before you serve it. Just pour the dressing over and toss it through and let it sit a little bit. And there you go. I'm not gonna do it now because I'm not gonna eat it right away. But it's so refreshing and very easy. You saw this took us no time at all. So I hope you have a wonderful day. You have some healthy Greek salad, and I'll see you next time for some real German baking. Stay tuned.